And I immediately knew that this was the Lord showing me his faithfulness. Welcome back to God Nod. My name is Kasey. I am a Catholic YouTuber who strives to inspire you and help you grow in your relationship with Jesus and Mary. And today I want to share a God Nod that happened about a month ago. In fact, on November 11th. So for context reasons, in order to understand why this God Nod even means something. So I have this friend and she reached out about 2 months ago asking for me to pray for her husband to get this particular job. And she said they didn't know like what the probability was, and as it got farther along in the process, it seemed like there was very low probability that he was going to get this job, but they really needed it, etc. They really needed it, really wanted it, and so that's important to know. So fast forward 2 months, in November 11th, I was in my car and I was driving to adoration. And this friend popped in my head and I was like, you know what, I should probably text her and see how it's going. And I hadn't texted her recently, but then I kind of forgot about it because I was driving, and then I got into adoration, still forgot about it. I was praying about 45 minutes in, after praying with scripture and everything. I was just like talking back and forth to the Lord about something, and I was talking to him about a specific intention that he seems to be slow to answer. I'm sure you can relate to this. When you pray for something for a long time and it just seems like he's moving very slowly. And as I was like praying with this to the Lord, I was like, Lord, you know, like I trust you, but like, can you give me some grace here? Can you give me some consolation here that you are faithful, that you hear me, that you hear the cries of my heart, that you are moving, and that I can trust you, that you are faithful. Lord, can you just give me a sign or an example of your faithfulness? And as I prayed those words, my friend popped in my head again. And I was like, you know what, I should text her. And so I pulled out my phone, and what do you know? I have a text from her in all capital letters. He got it. He got the job. And I immediately knew that this was the Lord showing me his faithfulness. That this was a prayer of my friends for months, and how much they needed it and wanted this job. And I've been praying for them and for this to happen. And for me just to be asking the Lord for a sign of his faithfulness, for an example of his faithfulness, and for at that exact moment for her to text me, literally within that minute of me praying that prayer, she said, he got the job. The Lord is so faithful. The Lord is so good. He hears you. He hears the cries of our hearts, and he is faithful. He will answer your prayers for the good of your soul and for the salvation of others. And so I just want this to give you hope that God is faithful and that he hears your prayers, and that he desires to answer your prayers and what will bring the greatest good. Sometimes he answers very slowly, but that's okay because he does see the bigger picture in all of this. And sometimes our will and our desires, they could be good, but sometimes he has a bigger plan and a better reason for it. You know, there's this verse in Isaiah that I really love and go to often. Here it is. It's Isaiah 55 verses 8 through 9, and it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, oracle of the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts." So this is God speaking to Isaiah, and this is God just saying, like, I know, I hear your heart, I hear your desires, but trust that my ways are higher than yours. God does not think like we do on the human level. He thinks like he does. God, all powerful, all present, all knowing. He thinks and he wills. And so hold on to these words. If you are going through something and it seems like the Lord is being slow to answer, or you need that sign of faithfulness, let this video be a sign of his faithfulness to you. That he desires to answer your prayers, but in the way that he wants to answer them, because his ways are higher than ours. His thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And hold on to that. Isaiah 55 verses 8 through 9. If that's something that you're struggling with, memorize those verses, because to trust in those and trust in his words, because he does have your good in mind. He wants above all else your happiness, and it is only through him that he can fulfill that. I hope this God Night has inspired you and was a certain kind of consolation of God's faithfulness. Please know of my prayers and God.